Friends, in this video for I Thought Wealth, I am going to talk to you on the topic Nifty at 18,150. In June, we saw the Nifty at 15,350. How many of us would have thought at that time that the Nifty would show such a spectacular comeback? More importantly, how many of us would have thought that a completely different set of stocks would drive the Nifty to where it is? The COVID era, both pre and post, saw a very small bunch or cluster of companies driving the Nifty. This is not new at all. In every bull market, this has happened with the Nifty. The Nifty has a character of getting very lopsided. But COVID was quite extraordinary in that sense because you saw just a cluster of companies driving the Nifty and the rest acting as if they are not even index constituents. So you saw a number of companies being either ignored or getting thrown away. But the period from June to now, when the Nifty has significantly retraced what it lost, has seen an entirely new set of companies driving the index to where it is today. Interestingly, the stars of the post-COVID Nifty boom have mostly not participated in this rally or have been laggards. This is something which few people predicted in June, and this is something that still continues to surprise a good section of Nifty bulls. Going forward, what is in store for the Nifty? What can we see as drivers of the Nifty? Which companies are likely to pull the Nifty's onward progress down? These are the questions that are on top of our mind. On the key drivers, I think this new set of companies is going to continue to drive the Nifty. The list may expand with more players getting added, which in a sense will give the Nifty much needed stability. You may see the same number as the Nifty number both in 2021 and now, but the stability of the index is vastly different. And the valuations of the companies that are driving the Nifty now are significantly lower than the valuations of those companies which were the stars driving the Nifty in 2021. That is a big difference, and I think that is a positive difference. Companies in the Nifty which we thought don't deserve to increase in valuations have done very well. Some of them are just beginning to do well. Most of the companies showing promise today belong to the public sector, which is a surprise of surprises. I think that few people were willing to accept these companies as contributors to index performance. ITC is another very positive surprise, but that surprise has happened for an entirely different reason than what all ITC bulls had originally liked the company or loved it so much. Cigarettes is the reason for ITC to do so well. FMCG is still work in progress and will remain WIP in value creation for a long time to come. So ITC is essentially having an Asia Motor moment where people bought it for one business, but another business is doing exceptionally well. We will see some other companies gain further prominence. The merger of the HDFC twins is a much awaited event. Once it goes through by March, we should see those companies presenting a much clearer picture to investors, which will obviously be liked by investors. The credit cycle is definitely picking up, which means that banks are going to be holding pole position in the Nifty. As you know, private banks have a very significant share of the bank Nifty, and also They constitute a bigger chunk of financials in the Nifty. SBI is there, but private banks have a much bigger share. So financials are the ones which need to fire from here, and they need to grow, and they need to give confidence to investors that they will be able to fund that growth. That's going to be a challenge, given that the mobilization of deposits is not happening at the desired pace and interest rates are rising. Lending rates are also rising, but we need to see how much can be passed on without affecting growth. Growth itself in lending will have to moderate to the extent that it can be fed with capital, so you cannot accelerate it beyond a certain level. So all these things will have to be constantly factored in by the market. The Nifty also needs fresh air, you need fresh blood, you need new entrants, and it's very important that we don't bring in companies which are overvalued and take out companies which are undervalued, because that has been the trend of the Nifty and its changes for quite some time. Bringing in companies at the wrong time, forcing institutional investors to buy them and then taking them out of the index when they fail to perform has been a constant event in the Nifty. It's very important that some good sense prevails in the reconstitution of the Nifty. I also think that it is time for us to bring in more Indian companies into the Nifty. I see no reason why you should have the Colgates of the world sitting in the index. They are not really economic drivers. I don't see why these kind of FMCG companies, which are trading at a significant premium to their parents, should find a place in the index. We are forcing our institutions, our EPFO, to buy these MNCs which don't create any economic value in the country. It's very important that we give more scope and room for Indian businesses which can benefit from an index presence and which can deliver and justify an index presence. I know many of you would be questioning the recent entrance to the Nifty. Well, aberrations have been the order of the day, and one can only hope that good sense prevails, at least in future inductions, and judicious temperament and choices are exercised in reconstitution of the Nifty. Overall, 18,150 is something that most people didn't predict in June, and probably most of our predictions from here to next June may also go wrong, because nobody knows where the markets are headed given the global volatility, uncertainty, and the fast moving developments in geopolitics. Thank you for watching this video.